Welcome to EDU World Space.
So in problem 8.9 here, we have a hockey puck. It's moving on some frictionless ice at 3 meters per second to the right. Now what we need to do is figure out how fast it's going to be going after either a 25 Newton force acts on it for 50 milliseconds or a 12 Newton force acts on it for 50 milliseconds. This is not like in sequence. This is suppose this happens, or suppose instead this happens. So we know that the velocity of something is equal to its momentum divided by its mass. The mass of the hockey puck is not changing, so we don't have to do anything with that. But the momentum, its initial momentum, this 3 meters per second times the 160 gram mass of it, plus whatever the change in momentum is going to be the new momentum when it's moving at the speed we're interested in. And then the mass has to come along with this. So we know that delta P is also called the impulse. The impulse for a force that is constant is equal to the force times the time during which the force is applied. So using this information, for part A, we can say that V is going to be our 0.16 kilograms times our 3 meters per second plus our 25 newtons times our 50 milliseconds, all divided by the mass of the hockey puck. So this ends up giving us 10.8 meters per second. Sorry about that. And this is going to be to the right because this is positive, and we're calling the right positive here, and so these are added and not subtracted, blah, blah, blah. As opposed to, in this case, we're going to have a subtraction because this force is pointing to the left. And it would be very exciting to find out whether this ends up being negative, if the speed ends up being negative, or if it's still positive. This is 12 newtons. And there's different ways of writing the same numbers. And indeed, this ends up being negative with a magnitude of 0.75 meters per second. So being negative, we know this goes to the right.